Months. This week, investors will get a stronger sense of the industry when Poulter Group and D.R. Horton report quarterly results, and we're also going to get fresh data on new and existing home sales. But joining us right now to talk about it is Jay Morelock. He's economist at FTN Financial. How bad is it, Jay?
I wouldn't say it's catastrophic. I think it's just really a change in trend. It's important to remember we had about 21 months of consecutive strength in housing. If you look back, single starts construction, year-over-year growth was in double digits for 21 consecutive months from the end of 2011 until August of 2013. The problem was the taper tantrum bumped up interest rates, and since then we've been flat for about the past 10 months.
So I'm looking at this. Regional data has had greater than 25% swings in every month of the year so far. So if that is the case, just regionally, where are things very good to the extent they are, and to the extent they're very, very bad?
Well, I think the indicators are very volatile. I think when you have swings, I want to say it was January or February, we saw a 97% jump in the Midwest. So a lot of this is measuring, a lot of this is volatile. That's why it's important to really focus on the overall trends, because again, was it weather in the South? What was going on in the Midwest with 97% strength. So it's important to step back, look at year-over-year trends, and realize that, like you said before, it's been about 10 months of slowdown.
If you were king for a day, what would you do about it from a policy perspective?
That's a good question. You know, I think at the end of the day, you have to lower credit standards a little bit. You have to get off of...
you want to lower credit? You know, I read an article this weekend in the New York Times about lowering credit standards in the auto industry. Everyone says the whole thing's going to blow up. Do you think we can do that?
That's true. I think there are smart ways to go about it. I think there are a lot of people who are credit worthy, who got really hurt in the financial crisis, who could make monthly payments if there was a little bit more subjectivity to bank lending.
What kind of FICO score do you want? Or how far down the sort of spectrum are you willing to go?
Sure. I mean, actually, if you look at the data, housing loans are down about 90% to FICO scores in the 600s, which I think is just an overcorrection from the massive recession in 2008, 2009.
So, so what's your number then? You're saying anything in the 600s okay?
I'd say low to mid 600s, yeah. But again, I think there needs to be subjectivity to it. I think that's going back to more of an objective standard of just one number. I mean, I think you have to look at more than FICO. I think it has to be a little bit more of a narrative, and I think it has to be a little bit of individual loaning.
So what do we say then about Janet Yellen? Is this strategy not working? Is that what this all suggests?
Well, I just think at the end of the day, when we had 30-year fixed mortgages below 4%, we saw massive increases in housing. The slope, the trend was very high. Since the correction in May 2013, we very much slowed down. So, I mean, holding down interest rates absolutely stimulates housing, but when 3.5% is considered the low and stimulative, and 4.5% thwarts the housing market, then we need to look to other things, which is the labor market. So,
but if interest rates go up, where does this put us? I mean, if you were to sort of map out how this goes.
Absolutely. I think if interest rates even remain where they're at, the only solution is going to be to loosen credit standards. If interest rates go higher, I think we have a flat housing market for the next several years.
Okay. Jay, loosening credit standards. It's not a bad tagline. I'll take it. Jay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Okay, coming up.